YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a video that I haven't made in a very long time. We're going to go over the top 16 of the Oceania in-person regionals. The only reason I'm doing this is because, as you can see here, Digiburst messaged me at 2:27 a.m. asking me if if he got the top 16 regional lists. Would I make an Eggman-like video? And then didn't even wait for me to wake up. He went ahead and he just sent me all the lists. He sent me all the lists. There were 126 players. Most of them are playing Red Hybrid and Leviamon and Rapidmon and Shine and Lugamon and Leomon for some reason. Australia really is a weird place. That's okay. That doesn't matter. So let's just talk about the video, the decks, and all that. Shout out to Darren Zoo, who came first place, it looks like. Let me move this over a little tiny bit. There we go. Divas. Divas being a very good counter to Numamon, and that's really all there is to it. Going hard on the Antilamon package to heal, and the Alliance and the Azulongs is the best one, followed by the rest. For Fanglong, all your options. Genai. Genai's been seeing a lot more play recently, which is really cool. But besides that, pretty average Diva list. The thing about Divas is that it's all the same stuff. It's like playing Black Wings. You're going to play a lot of Black Wings in your deck. There's not too much creativity you can do with the deck building. It's just a bunch of good cards and hand traps and you're controlling and all that. But the logic is it does have a really good matchup in Numamon, and that's why we're see so much success over here. Because it came first and it came third and then it came like 8th or 7th or something. We'll get there. Second place was Bunnies. The Bunnies featuring boss monsters like Quartzmon, Death Xmon, and Omnimon Merciful Mode. The rest of the deck being a bunch of lower end bunnies, heavy on the Terriermons, one little Lotmon there for Alliance type stuff. Your Rapidmons, 12 Rapidmons in total, and then Mega Gargomon Ace is just one of the best hand traps out there right now. He did also play Fire Rockets so he can get aggressive with his armors. Besides that, the rest of the deck looks pretty standard. I'd say, if anything, he's a lower Tamer count than I'm used to seeing in this deck, but that seems to have served him just fine. So that's fine. Mimi's there because Mimi's good. Willis, when you play, you hatch an egg. Henry's also Memory Tamer. It's okay. One Heaven's Judgment is fine too. Honestly, bunnies do put in work, so I'm very happy to see Mr. Tamaki go second place. Third place here is another Diva list, but this time a little more different. Playing Purple Rookies, playing Ukomons and Gazimons. Gazimon there for the floodgating, and Ukomon there for the being an Ukomon. Ukomon's obviously very good. But we do see some spicy stuff in the deck, like Majiramon. It has an inheritable unsuspend, which is really cool. We see things like Merciful Mode and Death Xmon in the deck, which is really nice. And Mega Gargomon Ace, taking advantage of that hand trap. The previous person, the winner, played 4 of this and 3 of this, 2 of the rest. He basically took his 2 Baihumons and turned them into Mega Gargomons, which I can honestly get behind. It does do a lot of cool work. So there you go. There's that. Fourth place is Red Hybrid. Unsurprisingly, Red Hybrid is really good this format. And here you're just seeing it put in work with things like Ukomons. This guy played the Gotsumons. His options were 2 Gravity Crush, 3 Atomic Inferno, 2 Crimson Blaze for the anti-meta pick. The rest of the deck is pretty self-explanatory. 10 Champions, 4 Aldous, 4 Emperors, and an Omnimon. And 8 Tamers. This is about as cookie cutter as it gets, where you decide to play the Gotsumons. Again, Red Hybrid's a very simplistic deck, so there's not a whole lot of weaving you can do with your deck choices, but it is really good at what it does, which is why it's doing really well. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention here, I did a little thing here where you can see the top 16, right? 3 Diva, 3 Red Hybrid, 3 Leviamon, then 1 Machine, 1 Bunnies, 1 Alphamon, 1 Armor Rush, 1 Arnumon, 1 Shine Greymon, 1 Mirage Gagumon. So the deck either has an 18.75% of top cut or a 6.25% of top cut. Just thought I'd share that. There's little fun numbers, and there you can see what did well. And yes, we will get to Machine Dramon in a second. We will get there, don't worry. Alphamon by Tristan Levanek. Alphamon is a really cool anti-meta pick to the meta. Not one that I've tested, but like the BT10 Alphamon is really good in the meta. And Zubagon Punch and Kongo are great cards. Zubagon Punch letting you win the game, and Kongo just being super defensive. Protoform and Alphamon is also really cool. It's like just really freaking good. So I'm not surprised to see Alphamon here. This guy probably did high roll out with the Zubigon Punch, and that's okay. Pretty good. And he gets lots of Sec +1 thanks to Zubigon Punch, to the Rhizomon, Dora Greymon at 1. It's all good. So honestly, you love to see it, and, you know, way to go. Alphamon. First time we've seen in a long time, so shout out to Mr. Tristan. Now we have Alex Powell with Leviamon. This is as cookie cutter Leviamon as it gets. This looks very similar to the world's Leviamon list second place, so I'm not going to really go into it, but, you know, X Antibody is really good. Gilmon for surprise attack. Ruin Mode's nice. Removal cards are good. And do I really need to say anything else with the deck? I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's Leviamon. It's Leviamon. And here's 7th place, also Leviamon. Very similar list, though he is teching in the Beals X, which is fun. I love the Beals X. Just burn security for game. My Leviamon deck has a Beals X in it. So it's really cool. It's really spicy to burn through security safely. And then you just go in with Leviamon cards and you win. And they got the 1 Protoform in there as well, and the same removal cards, plus 7-star cluster for the Beals X, which is really funny. So kind of teched out, considering the other one was not so teched out. A lot of 1 and 2 of rookies here. I like the list. I like the toolboxing. It's pretty cool. Love to see it. 8th place, this is Divas. Oh, by the way, shout out to Sean. 8th place, Diva, Michael Runick. No picture. We'll skip past it. Okay. 9th place, Machine Dramon with the with Alex Chambers. Okay. I did say at one point ever, I wouldn't be surprised if Machine Dramon gets the top because of the BT15 cards, like Supreme Connection. But here we are, featuring 2 Supreme Connections, featuring 3 of the new Mega Dramon. He's also playing Mega Gargomon Ace for some hand trap ability. I have nothing to say about Machine Dramon, and Hagurumon and Kukuomon in there too. I have nothing to say. It can be good anti-meta pick into some decks in the meta, because it just sucks up destruction effects. That's good. It also can't be DP reduced if you have EX1 Machine Dramon here or in the Chaos Dramon X. So it also is a counter pick to the bunnies. So, yeah, I'm not surprised to see Machine Dramon take a singular 9th place this format. It deserves it. Well done. 10th place is Red Hybrid with not really too many changes from the last deck we saw. Just no Godsumon. 11th place, Red Hybrid. Similar stuff. But he's playing Gaia Force, which is really cool for big threats. And the one of Emperor Greymon with Blitz. That's kind of cool. I enjoy that a lot. You know, little techie cards here. And playing Red Memory Boost instead of Gravity Crush. You know, that's okay. Cool. Love to see Red Hybrid doing well. 12th place, Armor Rush. Spartan, if you're watching this, this is it. This is it. This is the deck you need to build. This is what you need to copy and paste. This is Armor Rush in its finest form in BT15. Thanks to the Magnamon from the Terramon deck. That card's a crazy. Ukamon's are really powerful. A lot of rookies. Just a lot of freaking rookies. 7 other Magnamons are fine. He's playing hand traps, 2 Zudamon Ace and a Warriormon Ace. That's pretty cool. The Protoform is nice. I like Protoform in this deck a lot. And a lot of removal. 2 full Moon Meteor Impact, as well as 2 Heaven Judgment there to remove annoying threats. And then 1 Death X-Mon and 1 Shangerman Ruin Mode just to put on top of Magna X. You know, what can you say? This is as Rush as Armor Rush gets without the Fire Rockets. It's more control-based, as you can see with the hand traps and the increase of removal cards. It's also got the Awakening there to help prevent something from you to be reduced one time. So that's pretty nice. Deck's good. Love to see it. And Wanyamana is the egg is 4 of. 1 Bukamon is probably just the way. Numamon here, BT13, or sorry, 13th place. Taking some inspiration from the Numamon deck that did well at our event, featuring Agumons, Agumon X's, and Cool Boys, playing gosh, this card's broken, the Quantumon, as well as the Quartzmon and the Mercifulmon. If I wouldn't know better, I'd say this is a copy and paste of the 4th or 5th place Numamon deck that did well here. But it might not be. It might be a couple cards off. It's fine. Deck's good. Best deck of the format, probably. Or one of the best decks, anyway. I mean, you wouldn't think that looking at these numbers, but, like, there's a reason people are playing Divas and they're playing Red Hybrids with Crimson Blazes and all this stuff. It's because of this deck. Let's cut this deck. Moving right along here, we have Shine Greymon, which you love to see. What I find the most interesting about this Shine Greymon list is it's very, very control-oriented, featuring both 2 Ruin modes, 2 of the original Shine Greymon, and Magna Ace, just to give you some resiliency. You know, you're not necessarily trying to OTK. You're trying to just build up your stacks and prevent the opponent from like being able to kill you. And that seems to be what it's all about. It's very different from my Shine Greymon list, but like this guy here, he topped. So shout out to him, guys. Regional invite with this. Pretty cool. All right, we got a 15th place Leviamon list. We've seen Diamond doesn't at this point, nothing special, but he's playing the Beals X, which is really cool. And then lastly, we have Mirage Galgamon coming in 16th place. The most teched out Mirage Galgamon list I've seen in a while. This guy's playing Gomamons, Betamons, Syakomon, Ikakumon, all the Mach Galgamons, like BT4 Mirage Galgamon here. And a Blitz Omni and a Death Xmon. This is a really well-tested Mirage list, and you can tell by the ratios. It looks a little funny because it is a little funny, but it works, apparently, and he got his invite. So what can I say? What can I say? That's it. That's it for everything. What do you guys think about this regionals? I like it. Very good representation. A decent spread out top 16. You know, it's only 120 players, which is fine. Whatever. That's Oceania. But he did his job, and he did it really well. And that's all I got for today. So I hope Digiburst and the rest of the Oceania base enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you later. Goodbye.